Greetings, jazz aficionados. Lovers of the craft, we like to call modern music. That's what Charlie Parker liked to call it. I hope you are enjoying your new year. I am. It's been a fantastic new year so far. And I wanted to get on here and focus on uh, the topic for the day. It's been a while since I've posted videos, and this will be a new video for 2023. And the name of this video is Playing Multiple Instruments, a Personal Choice. And many times when I make these videos, it's a direct result of problems and issues or comments made by other people. And I had some people being critical of the fact that I play multiple instruments, and I want to delve into that topic for today, and talk about that because uh, I believe that it's an important topic that needs to be discussed. And here are some common misconceptions by well-meaning people. Here's the first one. They would say something like, "You are the jack of all trades, but master of none." And I just recently found out that if you finish where that quote comes from, it says, "but better than a master of one." And so it was not meant to be an insult or anything, or saying that a person does not do well to explore different fields and styles and instruments. It's saying that often a person who explores different facets of whatever expertise they're talking about or delving into, they are usually better than a master of one. Now, that quote was related to Shakespeare, William Shakespeare, and the fact that not only did he write, uh, his sonnets, but then also he designed costumes and did set designs and all of that. And so we all see Shakespeare as the high point and the pinnacle of literary greatness. But all the things that he did outside of his writing was informed about, doing the set and the costume design and so forth and so forth. So it's just something to think about when we quote that one, that jack of all trades, master of none. We must finish it and say, but better than most masters of one. So it was meant to compliment Shakespeare. So I wanted to bring that out. Here's another misconception. It will ruin your principal instrument. And wow, many times when you take on another instrument, it informs your excuse me, it informs your primary instrument. My primary instrument is euphonium, but when I began to play saxophone, it actually helped me, because it was totally different than playing a brass instrument. Here's another one. This is one I've heard recently. You are trying to be someone that you're not. So this is the whole ideal that once you choose an instrument, that has to be your identity for the rest of your life. Or, and if you switch to another instrument, you got to only play that instrument. You can no longer play. So it's an outlier to say, oh, you're just going to just play that and that's it. As a music educator, I'm so glad I play multiple brass and woodwind instruments. You know, I wish I could say that I am a Wynton Marsalis on the trumpet, and obviously I'm not even a great high school player, but I can work my way around the trumpet and be able to apply what I learned on euphonium and be able to successfully teach a trumpet player. And that's the same with the clarinet. I may not I may not be a Benny Goodman on the clarinet or Buddy DeFranco on the clarinet, but I know how to be a master teacher of the clarinet. So When you take on a secondary instrument and you happen to be a music educator, it will inform your teaching as well. So it's not purposely trying to be someone you're not. It just so happened you learning a new instrument and that becomes a part of what you do. And so as a result, that is who you are. Here's another one. You're just showing off. So some people say, well, you just want to show off. You want to show off the work you're doing. I think many people that play uh, multiple instruments, that's not their purpose was, oh, I'm going to learn this instrument to show off. That's not the case. Many times, those of us who double, we had an interest in that instrument. Um, we wanted to learn more about it, and we were curious about it. We liked the sound of it, and we wanted to explore that instrument. So that's just not true that people that play multiple instruments are just showing off or just trying to show that they know more instruments. Here's another one. You'll never master all those instruments. Well, talk to virtuosos, any master musician, um, ask them if they mastered their instrument. Now, they may put a disclaimer on it, such as they'll say, well, what do you mean master? Do you mean play perfectly, never make a mistake, never have any struggles? Because if you're talking about that, no, I have not mastered it. But if you are talking about being able to do the basic fundamental, advanced level things, yeah, I can do that. So to say, oh, you'll never master all those instruments is really subjective. It really depends on what do you mean by mastering an instrument. Okay, and here's another one. What causes many people to make these kind of statements that I mentioned before? And this is what causes them to make those statements. Pride, uh, jealousy, and laziness. You know, pride, they don't want to acknowledge the work that those of us that double, they don't want to acknowledge the amount of effort and expertise it takes to tackle another instrument. Jealousy, many times jealous. Uh, they don't want to do it, but they can't just admire you and say, well, you know, I'm happy that you are able to do that and be happy for you. You know, it's a form of, being a small person. And here's another one. I said laziness in their own music industry. And when I say industry, I'm not talking about making money. I'm talking about being industrious. So if I can play and learn multiple instruments, you can too. And so they're not willing to put in the time and effort, and they want to criticize someone that is. So this name of this video is playing multiple instruments is a personal choice. Uh, because people play multiple instruments, don't try to regulate, put them in the category of, oh, that means they're a jack of all trades and master of none. That's not necessarily so. You know, we are all improving on whatever instrument we have. I have a friend who just started playing trumpet, and he is a master woodwind doubler. And you know what? I encouraged him. I said, hey, look, if you really like the sound of the trumpet and you want to tackle that instrument, I have no qualms, no reason to stop you from learning that instrument. And I think uh, as a community, we need to be careful about criticizing and downplaying. Now, I do think that if you are not at a level to perform, I don't perform on clarinet. You won't catch me performing on trumpet. You won't catch me even performing on some of the instruments that I could perform on because I don't have the amount of time to put into it. And so it like goes back to the one, what level do you want to be on? You know, I'm just curious about the instrument. So when I'm in my class and I'm demonstrating these type of instruments and showing the kids how the instrument sounds and how to play it and different techniques. I think that's important because many times we hear a virtuoso on instruments and it almost seems unreal. I play, I believe I play pretty good saxophone, and can get some improvement everywhere in many areas, but I think I play pretty good. I played this uh, really fast classical piece, and it's not hard for many of you out there. It's Allegro by Mozart, and so I played it really fast. It's the tune that goes da 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 do 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 do. So I played that one, and it's simple for a saxophonist, but it sounds impressive. I played that one for my kids, and not the whole thing, but just parts of it, just so they could hear the fluidity of the saxophone. Kids just sat there, nobody cared. I played simple Pink Panther, and the kids went crazy. Then at another class, I did like an informal experiment. I played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and it was even more impressive. People want to listen to something that they can understand. And I'm not saying dumb it down or anything like that. I'm just relating to this whole ideal of what is instrument mastery. So that's my topic for today. And consider what you say to people that attempt multiple instruments. I believe it needs to be encouraged. Mozart was an instrument doubler. Um, Many of the greats that are playing today, especially in jazz, are doublers. It's not unusual for a saxophone player to play the clarinet, the flute, really all of the clarinets, all of the flutes. Nowadays, they're even playing bassoon and oboe. So the ideal of if you're playing more than one instrument, you're doing yourself a disservice is false. So that's my YouTube video today. I guess you'd call it a rant. But just be careful. Just wanting to make statements on people. I could go into more detail, but it will make it makes me upset. But then at the same time, it's not about me. It's about discussing something that will help my students that are listening, and then all those around the world who may be giving this kind of advice that you just need one. You can't explore another instrument. So that's my topic for today. I know it went over a little over longer than I wanted to do, but I just feel it necessary to discuss that. All right, you have a good day wherever you are in the world. Bye.